You should see what you look like. This is what you look like. Be quiet! Hey there, everybody. I'm Logan.
And I'm Jen.
And this is Surprised by Marriage. Jennifer, tell the people stuck at home what we're going to be talking about
You always
today.
throw it to me. Okay. Well, if you haven't noticed, we're in the middle of a pandemic. And while that is the inspiration for this video, you can also use the suggestions we're going to share in any survival period in your marriage. Because every marriage goes through survival seasons. And I know for us, this is definitely one of them.
Right. And, it just got us thinking, we're stuck at home a lot. We get to spend a lot more time with each other. We get to do the things that we can't usually do.
Which is a good thing.
But we started to realize, what if there's couples whose marriages aren't the best and already...
aren't the best.
We're not the best, but whose marriages may be a little bit rocky and they're just stuck with their spouse and it's really like they're stuck. And they don't, they have no other option but to spend that time. It's a good time because how can you foster that and extend it further to better your marriage? And so
that's the thing. We can either use this time to improve our marriage or we could be wanting divorce at the end of it.
So anyway, that got us thinking, and that is the title and the subject of this video. Can your marriage survive a pandemic?
We sure hope so. And we're praying for all of you. But we wanted to share some suggestions on things you could do to hopefully help your marriage survive this crazy time.
So without further ado, here we go. The first thing that you want to do is lower your expectations. And, that's a train coming.
Even though we have a lot of extra time right now, I should not expect him to get all these house projects done and all that kind of stuff
And nor should I expect the house
to be immaculate, because it's not.
There you go.
Because all our kids are here all the time and they don't leave.
So, just realize y'all are both struggling with the same thing, okay?
Yeah, things are not going to be perfect. The world is not perfect, not even close to it right now, so our expectations should not be either.
Lower them.
The second thing is to have something to look forward to. We started this thing where every Friday we pick a theme for our date night in, and we spend the next 24 hours planning that date night in that we have on Saturday night. And it's really fun because we get to be creative and think of these new ideas.
You can check it out on our Instagram story highlights.
Yes, under home dates. And it's been really fun thinking of these creative dates to do together, and then we spend that time together, and it's really the thing we look forward to every week, which is really cool.
Right, so find something to look forward to so that you can both share in the same interest. The next thing that you can do is respect each other's differences.
We talk about all the different ways we are different when it comes to temperaments, love languages, just all the things, especially right now. I know I need a lot of alone time to recharge, especially because I'm really not getting it.
Okay.
Because everyone is home. But he also enjoys people too. So I know he's struggling in that way because we're not seeing a bunch of people like we were. So it's important to just remember that we are different, respect those differences, and try to figure out a way to
not hold it over their head for being that different.
Yes, and also to allow each one to get what they need, because it's going to be different, probably. Which leads us to our next thing you can do is to give each other some space. So obviously it's good. Space. Yeah, obviously it's good to spend time together because you are married. Okay. It's also important to give each other space because I know if I was with anybody, even obviously you're my favorite person, but even
Thanks.
Even spending all the time with him will make me crazy, and I need some space. So we have made sure we each have our own time to do things. Like I have had socially distant driveway dates with friends, and I
just hang out in the garage.
Yeah, and he has his space. We both have to allow space apart too. That's also important for a healthy marriage.
Yeah, it's like hitting the refresh button on What refreshes? Does anything refresh now?
I don't
No, it's like it's hitting the refresh button on It's like hitting the refresh button on your browser. You know, I mean, if you're just stuck looking at the same thing, it's eventually gonna freeze. So hit the refresh, like you get giving each other space, and then it's like new, and it's That made sense to me. I hope it did for you. Next thing, you want to next extend mercy to each other. Okay, like you're gonna get in fights. Okay, you're gonna get in arguments. You're gonna get in disagreements. Those are probably three of the same.
You're gonna get annoyed
things.
with your children that keep making noise while we're trying to film this video.
Right. But you gotta extend that mercy. Just like God extends his mercy to you, you need to do the same to him.
Yeah, and we need it especially more now during this craziness or during any survival season. We need to extend more mercy because we're struggling even more. Yeah. And the last thing we wanted to share, which is
drum roll,
probably the most important thing that we've mentioned, is to practice gratitude.
Right. You know, be thankful for the things that you have. I'm interrupting you, but she's grateful that I'm taking over this topic for her. Just thank God for everything that you have instead of focusing on what you don't have or why you're stuck or why you can't go out. Be thankful if you have good health. The fact that you have someone to spend it together with, because there's a lot of single people out there, and there's a lot of people stuck in apartments. If you have the luxury of being able to have a house with a yard, a neighborhood that you can walk around in, just the simple things that you might overlook, be thankful for and practice gratitude.
Yes. It's easy to focus on all the bad things that are happening right now, like the fact that we can't go anywhere, that his job is uncertain. Like there's just so many things that is stressful, and but it's important to think about all the good things, because there have been so many good things that have come from this crazy time and so many blessings throughout all of this, and it's important to think of all of those things and thank God for them.
Right, so we hope that this video was just a little taste of just some things that you might want to focus on and be aware of, because guess what? Even though you have a lot of this time to spend together, the devil is still a very sneaky person. And he is going to find ways to push your marriage apart, especially while you wouldn't expect it because of all this time that you have together. Why would I worry about my marriage being apart? Well, that's the devil's playground, and
we probably need to be more intentional about our marriage now.
Right. So, good luck out there. We'll pray for y'all. Pray for us, because we continue to need it.
And if you have any other suggestions on what couples can do to help their marriage during this crazy time, let us know in the comments.
Good luck, and we'll see you the next pandemic.
What?